First recorded lesson. Yay. Get excited. I do want you guys to talk, so you're going to have to not whisper at me and not be afraid of me. It's okay.
Are you sure?
I am sure. Did we come up with any other word for multiply yesterday? No? We couldn't think of anything? Donnie. Okay, all right. I can't hear you. Magnify? Wow, that's fancy. Okay, let's put magnify in there. I like that. All right. Anything else? Donnie? Build up. But would that be adding or would that be multiplying? Or does it depend on what you're doing? It depends. So maybe we could, I need like one that connects those two. Let's not write that one, but I like the idea behind it. All right, did we come up with anything for division? Maddie. Okay. Quotient? Love it. Landon, okay. Split, okay. Love it. Jackson? What?
Over.
What did we just say? We don't say that, do we? Because we are not what? We're not cows. We do not jump over the moon. We're not over a rainbow. We're not Dorothy. We're not cows. Grant. You could say fraction. Anybody else? Donnie? Goes into. Okay. Love that. Goes into. Now, by this divided, could we write the word by? Because we usually say divided by, right? So let's put that. Good job. Anything else that we want to add to it? Are we good? Okay. What about equals? Jayla, right? Okay. Equivalent. Love it. Cole.
The same as.
The same as. All right. Tres más. Jackson. Congruent. Throwing out a geometry word. Anything else? Identical? Okay. Equal to? Yeah, and that's not even on here, is it? I thought that one would be one that was already on. Anything else? Gives? Oh, I like that. Gives. We'll just write that in somewhere. Anything else? So what we're going to practice today is I'm going to write an expression for us because this is variables and expressions. And an expression does not have an equal sign, but we have our words for it, so we may come to it. We're not going to do the parentheses yet. We're going to come back to that in a minute. So I'm going to give you an expression. We're going to write it down on the next page. And then we're going to come up with words together. So we're going to call this 1B because our first page was 1A, right? This is 1B. We have a new learning target for this, so we're going to write it down with today's date. Are we ready? Okay. All right, so today's learning target says, I can create a verbal expression from an algebraic expression. So yesterday we came up with the words, we filled in our doodle with the words. Today we're going to use the words. So I'm going to give you an algebraic expression and we're going to come up with a verbal one, which is what we did yesterday on our whiteboards. Do you remember doing that? And you guys weren't really confused, so kudos to you. It took a lot longer in the other class. Don't tell them I said that. Hopefully they won't watch the video. All right, so let's write example 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to write down the directions, and then I'm going to give you an example. Remember the follow the directions test? It's very important that we write the directions and we follow the directions. So example 1. Write a verbal expression for each excuse me, algebraic expression. Can everybody see the board? Do I need to zoom or anything? We good? Move it down? Is everybody comfortable? All right. So our first example is problem A, and it says this. Now, is this an algebraic expression or a verbal expression? Algebraic. So what are we going to come up with? The verbal. So what happens first? What do we need to write down first? What's the first thing in our problem? All right, so x, and is it over or is it divided by?
Divided by.
Okay, so we just write x divided by what? 5, and let's write the word. Then what? Plus j. Boom, that's it. We didn't have to get fancy. We didn't have to go crazy. We just wrote what it said, and that's all I'm asking from you here. Chaos, right? Marbly, are you just done? You're just throwing your pencil? Like, I can't take anymore. All right. Do you want to do one more together? All right, let's do one more together. Let's do this. Okay, well now I'm throwing mine. And I want to get fancy with this one. I want to show that we have all kinds of knowledge, that we have all kinds of big words in our vocabulary. So let's look back at our doodle. If I'm wanting us to get fancy, am I going to want to use times or multiply? So let's try to use product. How could we say it? Jackson, you think you can help us out using product? I can't hear you.
Let's say the entire
I want you to just start here.
product of x and 3.
Yep. All right, so the product of, could we say a variable? Because it could just be any variable, right? So let's just write the product of a variable and 3 Now, here's where almost every human gets confused. You want to say less than, but yesterday we said that less than was a turnaround word, right? So we can't do that. What could we use instead of less than? Decreased by? Awesome. Decreased by what? 17. Questions, comments, gripes, complaints? How do we feel so far? Can you try one without me? All right. Look at us go. Learning on the 3rd day of school. What do I want to put? And you can talk to each other. I encourage that. Let's always sit in groups. And I'm going to pause the video. Somebody besides the Slytherin table and Jackson and Donnie, start me off. All right. Jared. Yes. Okay, I'm getting there. If you want to. If you think you got it.
Okay, what's the quotient of 16 divided by 8? I mean, not 8, 8. Decreased by 4.
The quotient of, I love it, love it, love it, love it, except this one part. Because you started it off with the quotient of, which is awesome, you don't have to say divided by then. So all you have to say is k plus the quotient of 16 and a decreased by 4. So great job. Woo! Does anybody have one different? Does anybody, okay, tell me. Lexi, right? Okay.
K plus 16 divided by the difference of A and 4.
K plus 16 divided by the difference of A and 4. Awesome. Do we have another one? Besides Jackson. So are we okay with these? We agree? We're good? Great job, both of you. Now is a great time to talk about another thing we do in here called point strips. When you do what you're supposed to do, you get points for your table. It's like, do any of you watch Harry Potter? Am I the only person? Okay. So you get house points, you know, because you're at a house. So you'll get points, and they total up for the whole week, and it's a homework grade, and at the end of the month, it's a quiz grade. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, you lose points. Like if you don't clean up your tower or your table, you lose points. If you put trash on my floor, you lose points. If you chew gum, you lose points. But if you do what you're supposed to do, you get points. So it's like a free grade. So answering a question, you get a point. Talking, when appropriate. Not just being psychopaths, which you guys aren't. You get a point. Which you'll get those strips Monday. I forgot to cut them this morning. Sorry. Do we have any questions about this? Yes.
Not about this.
Okay.
Do we sabotage other groups by putting trash into their
No, you cannot sabotage other groups. That's not how this is going to work. Though I like your strategic thinking. Now, does anybody have a question about the first part of our lesson? Now, do you think we could switch it around and me give you the verbal expression and you come up with the algebraic? All right, let's do this. Maybe. I'm okay with the maybe.
I'm not okay with maybe.
You're not okay with the maybe?
No, because that's not a maybe.
Certain death. You're not going to die.
Yeah.
At least not in here. I'll roll you into the hallway. Less paperwork. Just kidding, parents. Just kidding. All right, so write an algebraic expression for each verbal, forgot how to spell, expression. All right, so do you want me to start easy or you want to just go for it? Just go for it? All right, let's do this. What do I want to do? All right. I'm not gonna, do you want me to read it out to you as I write? Okay. The product of a variable cubed and 7 less than 42 divided by another variable. Yeah. I guess you need to figure that out when you write it, don't you? Good luck. May the force be with you. You can talk to each other. I'm going to start taking off points if you don't talk to each other. That's what we're going to do. I'm taking off points if you don't talk to each other. At your table, in a constructive manner. Caroline, Nathan, do I need to put like a talkative person at your table? Is that what needs to happen?
You guys do it. That better?
I'll put Sean or Jackson back there with y'all.
Please don't. Oh, well, actually, yeah.
It's all right, I won't bite that.
Whoa, we're not. No one's biting. Remember, it's recording.
Oh, wait.
Can you use the same variable or just another variable?
You can choose a different one. Because it's another one, right? That's a great question. Are we ready? No? Okay, take your time. No worries. I just get excited and think that we should be done. So you set the pace and tell me to slow down. If we get this one, though, we can go ahead and start on our homework. How exciting is that? Which is just the worksheet. Are we ready? Okay, Michael, I drew your popsicle stick. So please start us off. Tell me what I should write.
42 divided by x.
Like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Minus a cubed times 7.
So could I write it as 7a cubed like this? Awesome. Is that what you wrote? Or did you write the 7 behind it?
I would say.
Now, can you tell me why we put the 7 first? That's a great job. You would have got a point for that. Good job. Can you tell me why we put the 7 first, though? Does anybody know? No, no, I'm sorry. I mean 7 in front of the A. The number always goes before the variable. That's it. The number always goes before the variable. Variable. Great job, Team Slytherin. Now, even on your notes, if you make a mistake, do not erase. Do it in a different color. Does everybody understand? The reason we do this is so we can see our mistakes. Or see what we need to do differently next time. Or maybe just improve a little bit. So, if you don't have a marker out, get a dang marker out. Do we want to do one more? Uno más? Uno más. Oh, did everybody get that cubed is 3? Did we were all okay with that? Okay. I didn't even think about that. I'm super sorry. Okay. We're going to do this one together after we write it down. 6 times the quantity of a variable squared less 5. Now, have we wrote down the quantity of anywhere in our little operations that we've done so far? So what do you think that's going to be? Because what did we not talk about yet? The containers. The containers are parentheses. Okay? It's quantity of, we'll come up with more because I usually just use quantity of, and I don't know really how else we would say that. Maybe we'll come up with some together. But quantity of is containers. So it says 6 times the quantity of. So what would we write first? 6, okay. And then after that, I'm going to put a parentheses. And what's inside my container? So e squared minus 5. Boom, you're done. That's it. How do you feel about your second day of class?
Nay.
Okay. Why? Is it because you're lazy or because you don't understand?
Kind of both.
You both? What don't you
Plus
understand?
I'm tired.
Okay, what don't you understand?
I think you sometimes, but
I don't know why my phone's on. Say it to me again. You get confused on what?
I think you sometimes variable, or like verbal.
The verbal part? So writing it out this way? Is it more of what you need to use or how we say it?
Mostly how it's said.
Okay. And you know you can say it multiple ways. So if you want to go the super basic and just write what's out there, you can do that. If you want to make it fancier, make it fancier. That's totally up to you. It's at your discretion. Now, homework this weekend. Do this. First box. If you want to do more, go crazy and do more. You're going to have to do it Monday anyway. So, first box this weekend. Can we do that? You're not going to be able to spell out the word, the phrase, unless you do all of it, but this weekend I just require the first box. Why did the cow keep jumping over the barrel? That's what we're looking for the answer to. Does anybody have any questions?